Yo, I'm back. This is the Foul Hooked Whitey. I've been away. But today's special because today is not me just ranting and talking, which gets tedious and boring. But I've got a good friend, and even more so than a friend, I've got a very, very, very credible industry territory sales rep that I'm going to interview. And, my interviews always do really well because it further broadens the purpose of the Foul Hooked Whitey podcast, which is to talk about the industry. Because, it really doesn't get talked about a lot, right?
Not really.
I mean, motherfuckers are out there talking about leader and tippet setups and rig setups and rods and all that shit. But in terms of actual inner workings of our industry, which is fascinating and tough as fuck, we get a chance to talk about it. So I'm going to introduce this gentleman here for my audience of nobody. But before I do that, fly fishing Nielsen ratings came in. And the Foul Hooked Whitey podcast is on an uptick.
Sweet.
Well, fucking sweet. I mean, not really. It's actually failure at its finest. Okay. but nonetheless, our last Nielsen Corporation rating was 8 listeners globally, and we bumped to 4. We bumped to 12. We bumped to 12. And the additional 4 over the previous period was 2 really nice men from Missouri that walked into my fly shop in Thermopolis and said, "It's the Foul Hooked Whitey. We love your podcast." I'm like, motherfucker, how do they miss you? So I'm going to count those guys. So we've got 12 listeners. So introducing, like I said, a good friend and a superb territory gentleman, Mr. Travis Morris.
Thanks, Rich.
Okay.
It's great to be here.
Well, and it's great to have you. Because I've interviewed a couple of industry people before, but not as many as I really should, because I've got access to you.
I'm here.
You want to sell me shit. Right. You're here. I know, and I appreciate it. So tell us who you are first. I'll let you talk for a second.
All right. Travis Morris, as he said, been a sales rep in the fly fishing industry for almost going on 22 years now.
But your shit goes deeper than that.
It does.
Your shit goes deeper than that.
Yeah. Grew up in Sheridan, Wyoming, hanging out in Rich Sporting Goods as a kid, kind of learning to fish and hunt through all my family, big Wyoming hunting family and ranch family and stuff. And ended up going to Bozeman in the early 80s to go to school and really got my start in the fly fishing retail side of it in the late 80s, early 90s. Started working in a fly shop there.
Okay, and which one?
I started at R.J. Kane, downtown Bozeman.
Damn.
Yep, that was a long time ago. And the gentleman just bought R.J. Kane from the original owner, Randy Kane, who started in Ennis.
Right. Yeah, that's right. He's a Madison guy.
Yeah,
right?
He's a Madison guy, and been in it forever. Long time outfitter there. Crazy guy, but a really nice guy. And anyway, Rod.
Crazy.
He's just crazy fun.
Okay, crazy.
Crazy fun.
Okay.
I started going into the shop and
what was your first year of working at R.J. Kane's fly shop?
I want to say 94.
Jesus.
94 or 96. My first when I can't remember if it was 94 or 96, but got hired. And long story short, Rod wanted to know if I was going to continue to guide. I said, no, I was done guiding. And he asked me if I'd stick around and help him on another project. And that project was closing the R.J. Kane store at that time, moving it across the street at downtown Bozeman into a bigger store and changed the name to the Bozeman Angler. And I was his general manager, buyer, and stuff, and helped him run the shop. Him and his wife, Pam, run the shop for 12 or 15 years before I became a rep.
Wow.
Got my start at the Bozeman Angler retail and then became a sales rep, courtesy of Brooks Montgomery and then Chris Hart. And here I am. Now I own HM Outdoors.
Okay. So when you were in Los Angeles pre-boom.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Pre-boom.
Yeah.
I graduated from the same area in the mid 80s.
Right.
That was way fucking before the boom.
Right.
Right. Now Do you like living in Bozeman?
It's crazy.
Okay.
What's else?
That's not a yes or a no.
That's not a yes or a no. Bozeman has a lot of great things. You know, we still have a lot of great fishing. There's just a lot more people than why I originally moved there. It was still the one horse town.
There's also a shocking percentage of beautiful women there. Can you say that on?
I can say that.
Yeah.
My wife won't be too mad.
Holy shit, there's good-looking women in Bozeman. I will say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the substance to our talk today is really going to be the vendors you represent.
Sure.
Because your connection to me, my fly shop, and you've been selling to me since I first got in the business 08, 09.
Right, yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, your first store was on 24th on the right-hand side in a brick.
Dude, it's the size of my bathroom now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how fucking long ago that was, right?
It was.
So you've that entire time you've represented top tier brands. That's the nice thing about when you walk in is you really do have something to offer.
I appreciate that.
It's the truth. I mean, most reps do because you work in... you work in maybe the toughest individual job in the whole sport of fly fishing. And I'll preface that with, I always say that guides have the toughest gig because they're forced to get along with somebody they don't know. And then they're forced to be like 3 feet away from the fuckers all day.
Right. Yeah. Guidance.
Jesus.
It takes a special person to be a guide for a long time.
But what you've got in your rep business, and for the 12 listeners out there that don't know this, a territory sales rep is basically an individual or a small company that takes responsibility for selling, overseeing, securing, and doing business with retailers throughout a given territory.
Correct.
Okay. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And it's hard as fuck because it's hard. There's only so many brands out there in our sport where you really can make money.
True.
I mean, I've never done what you do, but I just know that, right?
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of great brands out there.
Yeah, there are, but not any one territory individual gets all the great ones.
No, they don't.
They don't do that. And you've represented, I would assume, damn near everybody by now, right?
I will say I've represented some really great brands that are still great brands.
They come and go. They come and go too.
Things change.
We were just talking about Costa and how, the corporate leadership. Can I talk freely about Costa?
You can.
Okay. Of course I will, but I don't want to embarrass you. That's the problem. But nobody listens to this, so you're good.
Okay.
All right. So Costa, who, I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah.
Right. They basically got bought by the biggest eyewear company on the face of the earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically ended up within a year or two gutting out all the original folk.
There's not a lot of them left.
Okay. Gone.
Yep.
And then in the last 6 to 12 months, ended up basically booting you as well as another territory sales rep who dealt exclusively with fly shops.
Mm-hmm.
Just, hey, we're saving money, just whatever the reason is. I would assume that's it, right?
Yeah, they wanted to go. Basically, they let us go to get rid of independent contractors, which is, as a sales rep, 9 times out of 10, you're an independent contractor. And they wanted in-house reps only.
Sure.
So.
Right. Which is cheaper.
Yeah.
I just would assume that it's cheaper. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's better or good value for them. Fuck that. No. But it's still, they're going to not pay that dude.
Right.
And, when you're getting a commission, sky's the fucking limit, right?
Yeah. If you look at it, it could go both ways. It could
Totally.
be cheaper or it could be more expensive.
But it's safer.
Yeah.
Because they now, you weren't their bitch. And
they have more control.
And now they have a bitch.
Yeah, they have.
Right?
Control.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
okay.
They have control.
So, but my point in bringing up Costa was here. How long did your firm represent Costa in the Rockies?
Man, I'm trying to think the date we started. It was shortly after 2010. So
15 years?
2012, I want to say.
So here's my point. But just like that, it was over.
Yep.
And it didn't have anything to do with you.
Nope.
Or you representing them.
Right.
Or your numbers or your growth in the territory.
Right.
Right? It was just a fucking see you later, pal.
Pretty much.
And the frustrating thing, because again, I'm in the biz. I know you built their brand in this territory.
I would like to think we helped. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I know you did.
Yeah.
I know Mudabi did, the other salesperson.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
he's the OG.
He's the OG. I mean, the man bled Costa.
Yes, he did.
So here's what I do. I have got you as a good friend. You know, not only that, but a professional. I mean, you've got brands, and we'll talk about them, that like they matter to me in my business. Costa was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But blood is thicker than water. And there's a bunch of good fucking sunglass companies out there, right?
Yeah. Relationships. All comes down to relationships as well.
So I'll just share this with you. And this was completely, entirely by my volition. This is by what my motivation was me and my business and my loyalty to you guys. When Costa did that, the Foul Hooked Whitey said, fuck Costa. I mean, they might be on my face right now, but the truth is, you know, I bought into Bayo.
Mm-hmm.
Bayo.
Because you have a good relationship with that rep.
I do.
There you go.
They're also a superb, I mean, let's face it, they are Costa.
They're a good brand.
You know, they're fucking right. I mean,
There's some great sunglass brands out there.
Aren't the cats that make their glass lenses the same dudes that did the 580Gs?
That's my understanding. There's these
The same fucking designers. So, you know,
guys who
I
built that brand are from Costa.
That's my point. And I've had people say, you know, where's your Costa?
Right.
I'm like, well, they're right here. I'm like, no, those are Bajals. I'm like, no, motherfucker. Those are the same thing. They're better. I mean, you know, so shit goes down in your business.
Yes. There's always things change.
And you've got 5 to 6, 6 to 8 top tier brands.
Yes.
I'm going to bring up the first one.
Okay.
And this one's dear to me
Mm-hmm.
because as I got into the business, bugs wise, and let me just tell my audience and nobody, they don't call these places rod shops.
They do not.
They call them fly shops, FLY. And there's a reason, because at the end of the day, that is 150 fucking % the total motivation of anybody walking into my store is the fact that I sell a fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about reels. It's not about $500 jackets. It's not. It all plays a part. But the core, the nucleus, right?
Mm-hmm.
The atom, ATOM, baby. Okay. It's all about a $2.95 hand-tied fly.
That's right.
And can you believe when technology is to the point where they're generating the most real and ridiculous fucking AI images? Okay. They still have not fucking found a way to tie a fly without human hands.
That's correct.
Isn't that interesting? I mean, you'd think a machine would be tying a royal wolf by now.
Yep.
No.
Nope.
No. Okay. So flies are everything, clearly. And you represent Montana Fly Company.
That's correct.
Which to me is a big deal. I mean, that's like banging Taylor Swift.
It's a big one.
It's a big one, right? It's a big one.
Yeah,
It's a big one, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a good.
Yeah, you know, their arrow, their bullet,
mm-hmm.
their trend has never flattened out.
No, it has not.
Get it?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it just hasn't. And I've been in the game for almost 20 seasons, and I've had MFC since I opened.
Right.
And I opened because a cat named Adam Trina,
Yep.
Okay, who's a founder of MFC.
Mm-hmm.
This fucker actually, I mean, he came down to Billings from basically Alaska, which is where Columbia Falls is. I'm being sarcastic here, but I mean, is that 7 hours away from Billings?
Yeah.
I mean, something crazy like that, right?
St. Paul's is a good jaunt from anywhere.
Same state.
Yeah,
but you're fucking driving to Spokane to go to Montana Fly Company.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he came down and he solicited my business. And what attracted me to MFC right off the bat, and I'll say this, was fuck their foam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to break down some of their categories of flies, but like to me, they were the first great hopper tire.
Yeah.
You could say Rainey's had that with the Grand because that was the first realistic foam hopper to me, right?
Yep.
I'm talking about a fucking club sandwich here, man.
No.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something that looks like a fucking insect tied by hand.
Yep.
Okay. MFC, they had a plethora of both fishy, effective, beautifully tied hoppers right out of the fucking gate.
Yeah, they did. They were a great company.
Right.
You know, they kicked off the whole Freestone River fly. That was their deal.
I like your comment because you know you're right. You're right. They're certainly in the tailwater game now, strong.
Yeah.
But they started off as a freestone fishery, didn't they?
Absolutely.
They did. Yeah. And so here I, you know, Adam Trina says to me, and this has impacted me as both a retailer and a fisherman. He said, "Hey, you're not buying any of our pink hoppers," and I'm like, "Well, fuck, of course I'm not. Pink?" He's like, no, you gotta understand here. Pink really does fish as a hopper. This is 15 plus years ago. Okay. This isn't now where fuck, they make every color hop. I mean, I'm not even going to get into the redundancy, the ridiculous cost, and just the absurdity of the hopper business now, right? For the first time ever, I got a $5 fucking hopper in my bin, dude. I mean, a $4.95. Admittedly, that's Umpqua, which is an expensive bug anyway. But it's still a $5 hopper. And trust me, folks, I'm paying like $2.50 to $3 a bug here. So it's like, it's just survival to turn your money. So MFC to me, that's what turned me on. And when I finally fished pink, and when I finally fished in particular, Reiner's pink pookie.
The pookie.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you got to understand, I'm a dry fly dude. So, I mean, at least I used to be a lot. And so when, you know, post runoff, when I was drifting foam, motherfucker, that was my chocolate cake of my fishing year. You understand?
Pookie came out of Livingston.
Yes, it did. It's actually Dean Reiner. It was named after a dog named Pookie.
That's right.
And Dean and his daughter Dandy, they ran that shop there. What was it called? And I apologize. Just got sold, I think, right? So anyway, right outside Livingston, but a good store. They tied all their bugs for the store, and so they're very unique. You know, dad-daughter fly fishing tandem really in the sport. But so as soon as I started to fish the Montana fly bugs, I knew right the fuck away how real they were. Okay. They also tie really great flies for an affordable price, which both helps me as a dealer and the consumer.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So give me your bit on MFC and then I'll wrap it up on them.
Yeah. You know, what I've noticed being with them since almost 2012 now, 2013, somewhere in there, every year we improve. And it's hard to believe that because they've been so good, but things have gotten more, hooks have gotten better. Consistency is out of this world. The pride that MFC takes into making sure that not just the dealer has good product, but it's for that consumer who's out on the river, because we want to make sure our flies stay together. They fish the way they're supposed to fish. They're tied the way they're supposed to be tied, whether it's through a contract tire or one of our own tires.
True, but the one intangible to me with MFC is the talent.
Yes.
Now the tying quality has always been there.
Yep.
Not staying the same. It's always been there. They do a fantastic job, whether it's a bead head hare's ear or it's an articulated streamer. But they've got fucking brains too.
They do.
Yeah, they got brains too. And I'll give you one example. I'll give you a name, Kelly Gallup.
That's right.
Now, when I first started to see Master Gallup and learn about him and know his patterns, he was with Rains.
That's right.
Okay. Something went down. I don't know. Master Gallup, I've been around him one day and his motherfucking standards are right at the ceiling.
Absolutely.
Okay. So he don't fuck around with anything.
No.
No fucking around. And so my point is, he obviously moved for whatever reason, and true or false, the first batch of dungeons that came in, the master rejected them.
That's the story I got. Yeah.
Basically said, these aren't good enough.
Right.
Go send those to some fucking outpost. You know, sell them on the cheap. Those aren't going to be our frontline bugs. So they adjusted to that, again, tying Kelly's, you know, catalog in general, which includes everything.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously talking about the streamers because he really did put a lot of money in the pockets of dudes like me because of the quality ties of his patterns with MFC.
And it's true.
Fuck, how many dungeons have I sold? Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
I don't even know what the number could be because the dungeon is, you know,
Shocking.
it would be shocking. And Gallup is the biggest name, you know, one of the big dogs with us, the OG, the streamer Jesus, whatever you want to call him. We got his bugs.
I call Master Gallup the Ronnie James Dio of fishing. You understand?
Yeah.
He's kind of like the original, like you said. He is the OG. Plus, and I've said this before in past, you know, Foul Hook rants, is that, you know, everything that's out there that's big time is a fucking knockoff of his.
Yeah.
There's a few that you could say, okay, well, there's no remnants of a Gallup pattern in this streamer tie here. Okay, yeah, it's completely different in every aspect, but like that's not most.
Right. Well, you know, it's what Kelly making sure that we got his bugs tied exactly. Yeah. That's also goes back to the pride that MFC has in it because they want to make sure that it is tied exactly the way it's supposed to be.
But to me, it's more about the brains.
Yes.
Because them going out, you know who Micah Parsons is?
Yes.
You know, he's a defensive end. Mm-hmm. He just got signed with the Green Bay Packers, right? MFC has the same fucking brain as Green Bay, meaning they went out and they got the talent. And that was 10 years ago. Look how they fucking benefited from that.
Right.
And they've kept him happy, which I would assume isn't easy.
Kelly is a fun one.
I bet.
I love him. He's a good friend.
I bet.
I love him, but he's a business guy. He's super smart.
Super smart.
Yep.
All right. So that's the end of episode 1. Hart Montgomery, Travis Morris interview. We'll be back.